Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Unlimited Power TCG and our ongoing series of weekly event calendars, tournament updates and meta snapshot overview for the United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever you want to call our lovely little set of islands just off the coast of Europe, whom we have real global importance, clearly. Anyway, moving on. Upcoming major UK events include we're actually in the final run up to this first major big one we have being run by the UKTC in Leicester this coming weekend as of time of filming. 1K Shadows of the Galaxy Regional with capacity of up to, I think it's like 350 odd people. They've been doing a lot of marketing and advertising this, holding interviews with IBO, which are definitely worth a look. Go and find them if you can. Find out what Zach, the guy who runs UKTC, is looking to accomplish with this event and future events coming. The event itself will be streamed and casted out by Thork. So that is a thing. If you're attending, you should have probably had a email from them asking for deck submissions by close of play on Saturday, the day before the event happens. And if you're going, then I'll see you there. That'd be awesome. Next up, the week after that, we've got a 2-day event being run by OPE and Asmodee UK in Manchester. Shadows of the Galaxy Premier event. Of course, Premier basically means constructed. It's going to be potentially huge. Huge amounts of prizes going on. Lots of boxes being given away. Lots of signed cards by the lead developers of the game. And little pin badges from Gen Con and from Fantasy Flight Games. Again, I'll be there, so hopefully I look forward to seeing you there if you're going to be there. And then the week after that, Store Showdown begins here in the UK. Ollie, the Asmodee guy, has been very kind enough to furnish us with a list of all the stores that will be doing Store Showdowns here in the UK for Set 2. And we have that list, and it's a fairly chunky list, so I'm going to flick through it here. I'm not going to go through this in detail. There's so many events going on for Store Showdowns in Set 2. If you want to take a quick look at this, pause the video at any particular point that you want to see and digest what's taking place, where I've broken them down into the days and the dates, so hopefully you can get whatever information you need to out of these lists here. I'm looking to attend 3 or 4 of them personally, at the very least. We'll see, so I can get my play set of the participation cards and maybe even win a what's that word? Unrefusable offer or two, which may or may not happen, which will be nice. We'll bloody do everything I can to make it happen at the very least. So yeah, there you go. These are all of the Store Showdowns for Set 2 being held in the UK. Following on from the Store Showdowns, we've got the 3 Planetary Qualifiers. Tickets are on sale, at least, for all 3 of these events now. I've given to understand that 2 of them are sold out, or at least one of them sold out. I think, if I recall correctly, the Patriot Games is sold out in Sheffield. Links to all 3 of these events, well, links to all of these events except Store Showdowns, will be in the video description below if you want to take a look and try and book your own tickets for them. I'll be attending the Firestorm Games one in Cardiff, so if you'll be there, I'll look forward to seeing you there. Edinburgh's a bit of a drive, unfortunately, from where I am, which I appreciate is nothing compared to you guys in the United States, but it's a bit of a mission for me. Unfortunately, I've got double booked stuff going on for the 12th of October, so I can't make the Sheffield one, otherwise I'd be there as well. Moving on from there, we've got the I was going to say hyped and advertised. I suppose it's FFG haven't really hyped and advertised it. They've said it's happening, and it's best being hyped and advertised by members of the community. A reprint of Set 1 Spark of Rebellion is due to drop some point before Holidays 2024, which in theory should be before the Twilight of the Republic Set 3 pre-releases and the actual release date on Friday the 8th of November. So that's what's coming up in the world of Star Wars Unlimited, at least with a UK focus. Moving on from there, a number of smaller events have taken place this weekend here in the UK. I've only been able to acquire results data for one of them, which was it's like a warm-up event, they wanted to call it. They did call it for all the big events coming for the Store Showdowns, for the Planetary Qualifiers that they're hosting at Firestorm. So Firestorm ran an event yesterday, as of time of filming. They had 22 players. Top place was won by Han 2 Blue deck, which is doing all the rage after KTOD, Late Night Gaming, and a number of other content creators have done features on Han 2 Blue off the back of its success at Gen Con. It's looking like a very interesting deck. I might have looked into it a little bit myself. We'll see whether I play it or not. At the big events, second place was Classic Iden Green, followed by Palpatine Blue, and then fourth was Kylo Mono Red. Hard aggression deck beating you out before you have any chance to deal with what's coming your way. Other top 8 decks present were Boba Mono Yellow, Han Yellow, Tarkin Mono Green, and Sabine Green. So feeding those into our summary that I've been collecting for the past few weeks for events that have been kicking off in the UK since Set 2 began, gives us this summary of the meta for top 8 decks in the UK going into the 1K at Leicester that UKTC are holding and the 2-day at Manchester. And this is what that summary looks like. So 46% of top 8 decks have been either Boba Mono Yellow, Kira Green, Sabine Green. If you add in Rey onto that as well, you're looking at over 50% of the decks represented by decks in the top 8 represented by those 4 configurations there. If you add in the next 5 below, then you're looking at 80% of the decks. When then rounded out with the other ones in there that are placed in the top 8 in the right hand column. So plan to beat all of those things, definitely, if you're going to the 1K in Leicester, the Manchester event, Planetary Qualifiers. If you want to do these, you better have a plan to deal with Boba Mono Yellow. You better have a plan to deal with Kira Green. You better have a plan to deal with Sabine Green, because that was going strong in Set 1. It's still going strong in Set 2. Shows no sign of letting up. Rey Aggression, new kid on the block from Set 2. A lot of hand destruction in that. It's interesting how this meta isn't really reflective of what happened at Gen Con in the US, but then again, this is compiled of events that have taken place over the last 3 or 4 weeks, so it's interesting seeing what has been building up over that time. It's also good to see the following, 5, 10, 13 decks that are not part of the 4 most represented. A nice broad spread of them: Boba, Boss, Khan, Palpatine, Boba, Cad, Iden, Kylo, Tarkin. So realistically, if you want to get through to the top 32s, to the top 16, to the top 8, top 4 finalists, and even the winning deck spots, you seem to have to be prepared to deal with almost everything. But you know what the odds are now, or at least you have a picture of what the odds are going to be for what you're likely to have to play as being played by skilled players. So yeah, there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Next week's episode might be a bit delayed because I normally film these on a Sunday evening, and that is the day that the UKTC event in Leicester is being held, so I'll try and film one that evening, but there's a strong chance I won't be able to, and I might have to wait till the following morning to get it recorded and out to you guys. It is being done through Limitless, so results will be available live. I'm sure they'll be shared around the internet. I'll see if I can share them here as well in advance for people who want to follow them, or in our community pages, post up a little link. Aside from that, cool. Have a good one. Good luck with your decks. Take care. Cheers.